This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, which is offering $400 off every window and $800 off every door. And that's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year, too. Head on over to renewalbyandersen.com for more information. A 20-year-old consumer protection law will lapse. In Philadelphia, a major food company is closing 2 of its plants. Almost 30% of U.S. drugstores closed over the last decade. Finally, these are among the country's most fun cities. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. State lawmakers closed the legislative session without reauthorizing a 20-year-old consumer protection law known as Chapter 14 that bans companies from shutting off low-income customers' utilities during the winter, reports Spotlight PA. Fortunately, advocates say that this failure to reauthorize won't cause a wave of disconnections since the Public Utility Commission adopted almost all of the protections into its internal regulations. Nevertheless, they did point out that officials dropped the ball a little bit as they missed out on the opportunity to pass stronger consumer protection rules in the wake of increasing energy prices. And utility companies are saying it's a missed opportunity as well. Chapter 14 gives them rights when it comes to billing. For example, they can require full repayment on utility bills plus fees before a customer behind on their bill can restart service instead of making customer-specific payment plans. And Chapter 14 allowed for a ratepayer to be held liable for bills left unpaid by another occupant even if they move out. Chapter 14 will expire at the end of the month. Tyson Foods will close 2 of its meat plants in Philadelphia, reports why. The plants, which are associated with Original Philly Holdings, which makes meat for cheesesteaks, will close separately on December 13th and January 31st. Over 200 people will be laid off. A spokesperson for Tyson Foods couldn't immediately respond to Y's request for comment, but Vice President of Company Operations, Scott Schipperling, told the Philadelphia Inquirer these plants are closing as part of the, quote, company's business strategy to operate more efficiently. Throughout a 10-year period, nearly 30% of drugstores across the United States closed, states the Associated Press. That's about 26,000 stores total. A report published Tuesday in healthcare journal Health Affairs found that drugstores have been grappling with shrinking reimbursements for prescriptions, rising costs, and a change in the way people shop. Dominantly Black and Latino neighborhoods were also found to be the most vulnerable to these closures, as well as those who had higher rates of people on Medicare and Medicaid. Independent drugstores in particular were found to be greatly affected too, thanks to their exclusion from pharmacy benefit manager networks. WalletHub has released its annual list of the most fun cities in America, says PennLive. On a list of 182 cities total, Philadelphia ranked 23rd overall and Pittsburgh 24th. The top 3 cities in ascending order were Miami, Orlando, and perhaps unsurprisingly, Vegas. That wraps up today's episode. For more Pennsylvania news and beyond, check out PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to leave this podcast a rating and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com, even if it's just to say sup. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you for Friday's episode of Today in PA.